intro content is are you not entertained? Just for the this is a little behind the scenes for everyone. I have absolutely nothing to say about the intro content. I do not have any control over it whatsoever. I give the video to Lucy and then things happen. Lucy likes to also choose things where I say something ridiculous or I make a goofy sound or a face or something like that and put them in. So yeah. YouTube, welcome back. We are about to enhance our wisdom by reading from the book of the 9 owls, which is a very, very special and sacred text for the speakers of old Lenethailef. And so we're going to learn about the owls. Why are there 9 of them? What did they do? And we're going to learn about some of the proverbs of the blessed ones of the owl, which is really a collection of moral sayings that's going to guide us. And we're going to use all of this as an excuse to develop more vocabulary and more grammar in Lenethailef. So that's the plan. Let's scoot over to the side webcam and let's begin. All right, translation from the Book of the 9 Owls. And the owls came and they were 9. Interesting. Okay, so given our, let's just space things out a little bit so that we're not so claustrophobic here. So we have this kind of stylistic affectation here of starting a sentence with and, gives it a sort of a biblical flavor, totally intentional. We can replicate that by using the continuative form in Lenethailef. So let's find a verb meaning roughly to come, which we don't have in our official lexicon yet, but we may find in the proto-lexicon. Yes, memena. So let's give ourselves a Lenethailef descendant of memena. And because this is such a common verb, I think we'll keep the irregularity here. We'll keep the ablaut. Okay, so mem is going to be form 1. And then mumn is going to be form 2. M-E-M-N. And form 3 is going to be mamena. Except I need our special E with the diacritic. Mamena. V. To come. It's an A stem. And this comes from the root memena. Sparsh saying that the words seem to have pretty static meaning across time. Yeah, for now. We'll get there. We've been changing a few of them, but we've got sort of a lot on our minds at the moment just to try and come up with the grammar. So to throw in a lot of semantic drift at the same time, I don't know. It's good, but I can only handle, my brain has limited bandwidth, as I'm sure viewers of this channel have no doubt noticed. So then let's say, so we need owl. Why is this so small? Everything should be size 18. Owl, come, continuative. I think we'll just sacrifice the past tense there. Right. And then let's have something like well, we're going to need a copula in this next sentence and 9. What are we going to do with this? Because we don't have... I was playing around with the idea that the copula would just be indeclinable. It would just be a plain, just mon as the copula. But the more I think about that, the more I think it might not be possible. So why don't we just say it's a verb, and then we'll have to come up with different forms. So then we'd need continuant. The what did we call that? The continuative form? Yeah. So this is what we want. Mamemama. Is conflict and war going to be the same word? Maybe. Or maybe we could take a Eustamia word for the more high register conflict. Actually, yeah, why don't we say we're going to do that? So shale is war, but we also have chele that goes into Eustamia as ili. So ili could be a loan word into Lenethailef as just ili. So now we have ili, a noun meaning conflict. Boom! Decision made. There we go. And so this is from Eustamia, ili, war. So I think these kind of doublets, like shale and ili, are going to happen a lot. And we may even have, opportunities to do some more before the end of today. I like this. And obviously that's not going to take part in any ablaut. Okay, so the owl and the owls came and they were 9. So then let's look. Okay, so the continuative form is blue. And so it's a blue form, so which means we're taking the second stem, which is mumn, and it's an A stem. So that means we're taking the A stem endings off. So mumnof. So quanum mumnof. And then we need to figure out how to say, and they were 9. Yeah, it's like war and ward and guard, beef and cow, these kinds of things. Fun doublets. We don't have a word for 9, I'm pretty sure, so we'll need to make that up. That one I feel very comfortable with not having any semantic drift on. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure we don't have it. We do not have it. So let's come up with it. Proto-grammar. I will ask the chat, do you have any suggestions for a root for the number 9? Galactic sand. I like this idea of having a dedicated clause linker rather than just using the continuative form on the next verb. So why don't we do this? Why don't we use our old verb to be thus, and we'll say something like, and it was the case that they were 9. So we can use the continuative form of the old verb afi. So afi chupa, which will look like aviv. Okay. What base is it? I'm assuming for now base 10. We can maybe make Sakrat have a different base, and then that would be fun. But for now, base 10. So yeah, for simplicity. So 1 less than 10. Okay. So maybe something like 1 from 10. So we've made ourselves more problems here because we don't have 1 or 10, I believe. So let's do that. So 1, 10, no, we have none of these things, but I've seen some things come up. So tano and pene. So maybe we have this 1 and 10, and then 1 from 9 could be 1 from 10. What would be our from 10? We have nouns, right? Where are our nouns? We don't really have anything like from, do we? No source. Yeah. Why did we not make something like that? Let's go back to the lexicon. Let's look if there's anything like from. Or maybe we can use the genitive. Like with the meaning of out of. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't think we have anything that we can use for this. Yeah, do we have down or without? Let's see. Down. We do. Nala. Okay, this is good. We'll use this. Okay, so then let's see. Where did we put the... Where did we put this? Okay, so I'm so confused. Where are we? Where am I right now? Here we go. Tano pene. So this could be something like Tano nala pene or pene nala. It seems quite long. Maybe we could even do some crunching before we get to the sound change. So something like Tano penale, Tano penale, or penale, Tano pena, maybe Tano pena, maybe no pena, maybe that could be it. Okay, galactic sand is another suggestion here. Lonale. Let's run these through our sound changes and see which ones we like the looks of. 9. Oh, and of course, it is off screen once again. I can't win. I can't win with these things. Okay. Yeah, lonale. Tano, pene, lonale. Tan, fein, loinal. That kind of works. Loinal. Tanu, pini, lunali. Or lunali, rather. I like this. Okay, so boom. Here we go. So then let's go back to tan, fein, loinal. Loinal. It's an interesting sound. Loinal Richie. So these are our numerals. 1, 10, 9. Loinal. Avif mon. Okay, so it sounds like Quanam mamnof avif mon loinal. Quanam mamnof avif mon loinal. 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 For some reason my mouth doesn't want to say it. Loinal. All right. Good. Well done. All right. What's next? And they were wise. Do we have wisdom yet? Do we have anything wise? We do. Nakwata. Norat. Okay, and let's just call this wise from the root nakwata. And we had a great, I should put down the etymology for this one. Tano peninala. 1. Or rather, wait, did I get that right? It's Tano, 1. 110 down. I don't think that's right, is it? How did I do this before? Talo nale. That was the talo nale. Tano nale. 1 down 10. That's the etymology. 1 down 10. Right? Talo nale. Tano nale. Nala. Now, how does that work? How do we get from galactic sand? I'm confused. Just tano nale. You know what? Let's just say possibly related to Tano 1 down 10. There we go. Unclear etymology. Okay, what's next? No, galactic sand. There are no mistakes. You and I both know there's no such thing as an accident. There's only inspiration and glory. Okay. Yeah. So Chorizo, I do not coin words in sections generally. I find that I end up running very low on inspiration very quickly when I start to go, okay, let's do the numerals from 1 to 10. Oh, I don't want to do it. But when things come out as they're needed, then I like the feel of it better and it's a lot more fun. Okay. Lucy. Hello, Lucy. You've decided to join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I have been holding down the fort here very capably and very competently, and no one has thought that I was at all unable to handle it. So, just a little little thing to say. All right, moving on. Moving forward, we need to talk about some wise owls here. And they were wise. Okay, so noret is wise. And we need to look at our grammar. And our grammar says that we are using we're using the regular stem as much as possible now, unless it's a super common verb or noun. And I think wise is not common enough so that we can use this. So noretuf would be the continuative form. So where on earth am I going? Noretuf. They were wise. I guess the question is, do we really want to keep using this continuative form? Or do we want to just use a conjunction like aviv? Aviv quando mem aviv mon loinal. And then we could say aviv noret aviv. They were knowing. They were knowing. I don't know exactly how we're going to translate this. What was I thinking? Yeah, I like this better than using the inflected continuative form. Yeah, sparsh. Yes. Okay. Let's go and get something from Eustamia. So to be knowing. Maybe this is something like, do we have to know? Yeah, we do. We have osase. So we are going to get it into Lenethailef into Eustamia as uzas. And that is a good, so to know. And then we'll give the root. So the root is uzas. And this is from Eustamia, uzas, to know. Wait. Uzas. Right? Yeah. And then what we need to do here, this is going to end up being an adjective meaning knowing or something else. Yeah, like Sparsh says, could be a distinction between noret, meaning wise, maybe wise in an everyday sense, and then uzas, meaning wise in some sort of a wise with the lore of the owl or something like that. Yeah, so let's use this. Aviv noret, aviv. But we don't want to say that they knew. We want to say that they were knowing. So maybe that's a distinction without a difference. Aviv noret, aviv uzas. Yeah, I think so. That's fine. That's good as it is. Yeah, chorizo ch is Dylan's answered. It's a velar fricative, either voiced or voiceless, depending on its context. So this is wise in the sense more probably of like practical matters. And this is, we could call it wise as well, knowing in the sense of cultural tradition, things to do with that. So noret and uzas. So the Book of the Nine Owls begins then as follows. Aviv quanam mem aviv mon loinel. Aviv noret aviv uzas. Great. Aviv, and now we need to say they saw the world. Luckily, we have this same word, the same root, which means to see or to know in protocol. Let's say that it comes into Lenethailef, meaning to see. Ozas. And unfortunately, this is going to be a super common verb, so we're going to have to make it use the ablaut system. All right, so let's get... no, sorry. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. I think some of you could probably relate. Right. So then let's put osasa. Let's put it through. So what do we get out of it? Ozas. Azaz. Azazuf. Azas. Interesting. So our second form is going to be Ozas, Azas, and Azaze to see. And this is actually a doublet of Uzas. So protocol Osasa. Cool. Doublet. I am constitutionally incapable of curbing my enthusiasm. I wish we could put the curb your enthusiasm theme over some of these. That would be fun. Okay. Good. Okay, good. So let's put this in. And they saw the world. So here we have, well, I guess we can now put these into the past, can't we? So this is like the clausal and. Let's just put this into the past tense. Ugh, I'm so lazy. I haven't done any of these. Wise and we'll just gloss it as knowing. And see past world accusative. And I think that's all we're gonna have time for today. Goodness gracious. Okay. So what's the past form of this verb ozas? Well, it's a schwa stem. So it's going to be, I think, ozas. Is that right? Azas. Okay, so this is probably more than just a little irregular. This is quite irregular. Azas. Avif azas. And then we need a word for world. And because, we're running out of time. Yeah, okay. Let's make up a word for world and then call it a day with that. Although I wanted to put this mem into the past tense. Memana. Let's find a way to do it. Worksheet. So it's going to be et, or ut rather. And it's going to be in the third stem. So mamenet. There we go. And then nogat is going to become nogatat, I think. And uzas is going to become uzatat. Uzazat. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we could say that predicative adjectives, like stative verbs, don't take past. Because I don't like putting all these. I don't know. We'll come back to that later. Avif azas, and then the world. So let's come up with a word for the world. And I kind of want to take the, which I believe is the etymology of the word for world in Irish, dawan, which would be something that coming from a root meaning the deep. And so from the perspective of owls, I guess the world would be a very deep place, wouldn't it? So let's put something like this into go to the proto-grammar. Struggling. Good. And can I get, chat, a word for deep? Okay. Quain, I like this. Let's derive it from the word meaning down. Oops. Where's down? It's nala. So something that starts with nala. We don't necessarily need to have a separate morpheme here, but maybe something, let's use our stem extender. Maybe something like nala ma, meaning deep. And so nala ma chakwa could be the world. Because chakwa, for those of you who don't know, is the nominalizer. Chakwa, something like that. So this gives us nalmoch. Let's I like that. The world, and then we have to figure out, sorry, I'm going very quickly here, too quickly probably. We have to figure out how to put that into the accusative, but it is now 4 o'clock and I am going to have to leave this very, very joyous occasion. So let me just say goodbye to YouTube quickly. YouTube. I barely noticed the time going by. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us. Come back and we'll keep going. We'll forge ahead. I don't even think we got any life wisdom from that. I was expecting to get to learn some things from the blessed ones of the owl, but I guess it wasn't in the cards today. So come back next time and you'll see, you'll improve your life. You'll become a better person. All right. Until then, see you next time.